special libraries also I have. So according to the experience working in the academic special government library and now working in the diplomatic library, so there is different dealing with the authorities. It depends on the administration's work style. The first priority is the attitude of the people, how we will be dealing. The main is there should be a positive attitude to develop the librarians plus library. So how we convince to the authority, it totally depends on our work style. So when we will be dealing with the authority, we have to be very much sure that what in which platform and what ideas and skill we will be implementing for the development of the library and own self, and how we will give service to the users. So there is different factor in the case of academic library. We have to convince to the administration, to the authority, how we will be giving the resources to the students, resources to the faculty. Like there will be mainly there will be the content based plus resources which we will be giving to the students, totally related with the our textbooks plus rinse books. Like we focused as a librarian, we focused on this, and we will be giving our plan to the administration, required for this materials, this resources, like furnitures will be in the same design, and layout will be in the academically we have to design accordingly. If it is for the school library, we have to we have to maintain the furnitures age wise, age basis we have to give. Like these things we librarians need to plan and keep these things keep these plan to the administration. They need to give the report. They need to make the work plan, and on that basis they will be saying, they will be convincing to the authorities like this much budget is required for certain integrating our software applications, furnitures like this. In academic in part in the special library, in special library is I have experience working as an intern in the AC mode. On that basis, I to share is that in the INGO and NGO sector, we focus on the users' demand. Mainly, we focus on the users' demand, what they are looking for, what databases we are looking for. In the users' demand, we will be planning for NGO and INGOs, and they focus on the short-term reference service. Short-term reference service they will be focusing, mainly focusing in the special libraries. And special libraries is that particular subject they will be the particular subject they will be focusing. Not all, there will be other subjects also, but there will be the focus on the special subjects ISIMOD is related to the climate change and the Himalayan regions. They are focused. That means they will be focusing on the climate change, how what type of resources is required, and how they are giving service to the users, like for people to people connection they will be doing in the special libraries. And special libraries they focused on integrating the knowledge, and they do research on the same topic and similar topics and give service to the users. Now coming to the government libraries. In government libraries there is different sectors, there are different sections. like there will be Hindi sections also. There will be like whatever we have included in duodecimal classification system, these all will be we will be getting in the government libraries, national libraries, like our Nepal National Library, like Keshur Library, like the Delhi Raman Regmi Library. And in the public library also we will be getting all the subjects. In all the library we will be getting all the subject, but in the government library, like many resources will be there. And there will be like different types of users uh, in the public library and in the government library. We will be finding different like needs of the library users needs. There will be different type. So there are different sections also, circulation sections, classification sections in Tribhuvan University Central Library. Also we have like different sections. And there will be huge collections rather than in the private organization. In private organization we will be giving according to the needs of the users and needs of the faculty, needs of the administration. Then in the government, and these all like different sectors we need. And in this basis, like dealing with the authorities is like different type. We have to deal with the authorities. And now coming to my library, diplomatic library, we have our users is basically our directors, our in-house users are our main clients, main like main persons which we give the service. And the second is outsiders, who is the student of the our public affairs and public administrations. Some of our lectures, and who are interested to give the exam in the government officials, like government exam they want to give, like Lok Seva we have. So whoever interested to give the exam, these all like they need to prepare some relative the SARC. So they come to us. And I used to give the service what they are required. And in this basis, like what is the librarian's role to convince the administration is according to the needs. This all I'm going concluding is like according to the like areas, according to the design, we have to give the we actually it will be better if like we will be giving the like this recordings one. We have to give, we have to prepare the notes, we have to prepare the plan, then we have to prepare the proposal. Then we will be giving further these things to the administration. And administration will like ask what is the thing you will be like immediate like short term plan and long term plan will be there. In short term plan, what are the needs and what are the activities you will be doing for the betterment of the library and you for the users. Like this, like you have to make this step by step plan, and short term plan and long term plan you have to make. Then after we have to make the proposal. Then after you will be giving that proposal to the authority. And all the authorities are like, the main thing is attitude of the people. Some of the administration, some of our seniors, they just exactly they, if they understood our plan and projects, they immediately they give us helping hands. They will give the requiredness, like updating the software applications or changing the layouts or adding the resources, whatever the things you need to promote the library and develop the library, what are the requirements you require? You just give these things in the return form, in the proposal, in the short term basis, long term basis. Then after, you just talk with the authorities. Sometimes you need to it is better to go through the library committee. I think our students are well known about the library committee. Like, there will be the secretary, there will be many from the senior level to the librarians are the main person. They will be the secretary to convince to the committee, library committee. From that committee, in some basis, there will be, in some organization, there will be committee, library committee, and that library committee, if librarian can convince, then that library committee will talk to the authority. Librarian will not deal with the direct with the authority in some cases. And if the library committee will pass the minutes, then that work will be done in that premises. This short term plans is like adding the books, and adding the resource, like adding the databases, changing applications, and these are in the short plans we can keep. Then in the long plan, we can keep the changing the architect of the building. Then after changing the layouts. This can be included in the long term, and this you require the strong proposal in what time, in which duration, how much time it is required. Then after, what will be the outputs, hypothetical research you need to do on this. Then you can go with a strong strong, what to say, efforts, whatever you have done the plan, you can show to the authority, and authority will help you to getting budgets. How much budget do you require for 1 year, 2 years, 5 years? How much budget you will be doing, and what you will be doing with that budget? What will be the planning? Step by steps for the users. You have to keep the desktops. Then after, tabs. Then after, you have to give the internet service. Like this all will be included in the budget, and you have to give the report, the progressive report also you have to give. And some of the authorities will deny your project also, it bases on the organization situations also. And also the attitude of the administration. Like some will be saying, like, what is the work of the library? There is no work of the library. They have to stay, they have to issue the books, they have to return the book. Why they are saying, like, there is no need to change the library? No, they will be not knowing the updates of the library, how we will be giving the service to the users. That is also already, it is changed already our there is advanced systems. So these all we have to be very much aware we have to be, and very much proactive we need to be. And whatever you do the plan, that the main thing is that convincing to the administration. Convincing it administration is that if you do this project, okay, suppose you wanted to do the webinar for the users, and suppose you need to do the webinar for the users. What kind of webinar you want to give? Okay, what kind of webinar you want to give, and what will be the benefit for the users after attending the webinar? Okay, you have to give some of the points to the administration to convince, and you get the authority. Then you can you can go on doing the web series for the, like, our Dr. Neeza is doing very wonderful job. She is doing a series of webinars in different sectors for the children's, for the librarians, different. We will be getting known all this question from him. So like sometimes the authority will deny our projects by like there is no budget this time, uh, so you can do this after 2 3 years. They will be saying that also, like and also they will be sometimes they will be very like rude also. They will be being rude also. They will be investing lots of amount for the library. If librarian will not give the outcome, then there will be some classes also, like we have spent lots of budget for the development of the library, and librarians like they have sent a training for the career building for the librarians. But if librarians will not not integrate her skill, his or her skill and knowledge, whatever he or she gained from the training, then what the use of spending lots of money by administration to the librarian? Okay, so librarians also be very much genuine and active and very much like kind hearted. Men is kind hearted and like very much like influence yourself and influence others. Whatever they have learned, they need to keep on like they have to update the library softwares and give the services. Whatever they have learned, whatever they have inputs in their brain, they have to keep on implementing these resources, implementing their skills in the development of the library. Then administration can see output, like okay, if I send the training, I can, if I invest something to the librarian, then librarian also giving her or his product for our organization, for developing the organization. Like this win-win connection will be there. So the main thing is attitude. Okay, attitude, positive attitude there should be, and working so hard. The main thing is working so hard. And if he or she has no knowledge, and he or she can get the help from others, whatever they need. And anyway, they have to be very much active, and they have to be very much operating type. They have to learn themselves also. They have to build the skills themselves also. Like skills are there, hard skills are there. Skills is a way of communication, and hard skills like report writing, and these all, they have to be very much active in the report writing, whatever, and records of the users, record of the software application, how much books how much resources they have downloaded. They have to give in the graphical form. They have to be very much active in the report writing also, so that from that report written form, okay, whatever we talk, it does not mind at all. Whatever the things is, we have to be given in the written form. If we are available, if we are perfect to give the report, like month wise or weekly, or how, what is the basis, okay, that in that basis, if we give the reports to the authority, then obviously the authority will help us to promote the libraries, build the strong libraries for the community, for all of them, okay, for the main is for the organization, and in the public library for community. Like different types of libraries we have. So we have different types of authorities we have. For in the government, we have to go by step. In private organization, we can finish the work, whatever project we have done, we can meet the time. Then in the government libraries, we have to wait for the time. Okay, we cannot say like I need these things within this 1 month or 2 months. We cannot see like that. We have to depend on the authorities, what the authorities will be saying. If we have planned for the January, it might go for the August. Like this will be for the government. Then for the library, we can plan for the February. If we keep the proposal for the January, in the February we can keep do. But in this pandemic time, we all are like struggling, and we are also like we have been organizing like these webinars for the
Reshma,
librarians.
Reshma. I'm sorry to
Yes,
interrupt
sir.
you. Will you please come to the point, because we are exceeding our time and Dr. Neeza's time. I don't know, maybe she is in a hurry. We could listen her.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am. Okay, I'm just concluding now. Dealing with the authorities for the library is like you have to go in the return form. We have to keep the proposal for the short term, long term, I have said before also, and like budget planning, and this all comes in this. So the my main suggestion is, and my request to all is, whenever you deal with the authority, you please go through the return form. And yeah, if you go the return form, follow back, like following back is always required. So follow on with the authorities, and achieve our goal, achieve our objectives. Best wishes for all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Leela.
Thank you, Reshma ma'am, for your valuable idea and suggestions. As you told that behavior is first step to keep quiet relationship between authority and staff. And also you told that attitude of authority, likewise budget, furniture, etc. And librarians should be genuine and also have to be active to keep good relationship with authority is also a good question. And finally, you conclude that dealing with authority in written form to achieve staff's um, goal is also a heart-touching or learning points to us. And I would like to request all of our colleagues, if you have any questions, please mention in chat box. Question and answer session will be at last of this program. And I would like to welcome Dr. Neeza Singh. She is the librarian at TS Central State Library, Chandigarh, and is the member of IFLA Standing Committee. I would like to heartily welcome her. And she is here from India. And I am also grateful to Neeza Singh ma'am, who made this webinar international level by participating from India. And she is also going to share her valuable experience with us, which will be guideline to us for future perspective. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you so much. I thank the faculty of Department of Library Science of Tribhuvan University and Reshma for connecting me to you. And I'm really indeed very happy to be with all of you and address the students. So as Reshma has already pointed out the various kinds of libraries and what kind of authorities we need to tackle with being a librarian. So I would mainly like to go in with my experiences, because since I have worked with British Library, Chandigarh, and the college library here, and now finally I'm in a public library. So the basis of dealing with all library authorities is that you, being a librarian, have to market yourselves basically to show your importance. Because being in a college, there you have faculties from all different departments. Okay, and generally, what trend we have seen in India, and I'm sure must be there in Nepal as well, is that the library or the librarian is the least, you can say, important factor in an organization. Whatever the management of an institution goes about is like maybe the physics department or an environment department doing all such things, and the library is least thought of. So you always have to work to bring importance to yourself and to your library, and that's where this comes, that you have to all the time motivate them, or you have to tell them what you are doing, and you have to always tell your plans. As Reshma always already told you, that reporting is very important, and the attitude of the librarian is very, very important. So that changes the whole game. I remember when I was in the college library, and they were just all stacks with no, you can say, very less staff. We didn't have those we call here in India class 4 employees, where they do all that cleaning and sweeping and all that. So we didn't have that, and all the racks, they were just full of dust, and it was very, very impossible for me myself entering the library to just touch the shelves and remove the books and all that. So that was a very basic thing at that time. And so I approached the principal. I said, if you are not cleaning the books, if the place is not clean, how will the students or the staff for that matter be motivated to even enter and spend time in the library? So these are very basic things. So at every point of time, you just need to motivate people. And especially students, if you are entering a college library and the college does not have a library committee, that is the main thing that you have to do. The initial step, motivate the principal of the college to have a library committee. In a library committee, you are going to be the part. You should always be a part of the library committee, no matter what institution you belong to, so that the ball is not rolled to the other side, so that the other people not make decisions for you all the time. You have to be the main person in that. So the principal, the librarian of the college, a few faculty members who are library lovers. Okay, you need to have that setting with the principal, or that confidence building in the principal, that you need to make all such things possible only with the association of everybody. Okay, so being in a library committee, you can tell your plans, what you plan to do for the library. Okay, only then the management, or if you're in a government college, only then the government is going to give you funds and they're going to agree with you on that. Okay, so this is a continuous process that needs to be going on and on. So I just have a stint of 2 years at the college library, and then I am here at my current place, that is the Central State Library, Chandigarh, and it's been almost 17 years. In this August, it's going to be. So a public library is really different from a college library, because college library is an academic library which is used by the college students, right? And the area of purview is only the students and the staff of the college. But being in the public library on the other side, you need to cater to the society at large, okay? Right from a small child, not just a small child, but they say that if the child is in the womb of the mother, even then they can hear whatever the mother is reading. So, okay, in our library, we promote right from that start, so that when the child is in the womb of the mother and the mother reads to the child, and he or she can get it here that something is happening, okay, and the reading starts right from there. And we really believe that if the child doesn't have reading habit from the beginning, okay, we are not able to inculcate, so it won't carry with that child forever in his life. So at the beginning, it is very important. That is when the child is not going to school, those preschool days or very early school days. Okay, so I'm telling you because the public library's purview is at large. So right from small children to students to housewives to businessmen to senior citizens. Okay, so we have to cater to all of them. So the services that we are providing, for that matter, the resources that we want, the funds that we want is much, much more. And the kind of audience we are catering it is quite large. Okay, so if a child is coming to the library with the parents and the grandparents, okay, so we have all three generations coming to the library alone. So we want facilities for the small child, for the parents, for the grandparents. All right, so we need to always motivate our authorities that this is the platform that we are at and we want such and such resources. So we really want your support. I remember when I was transferred to the children's section of the library, that was way back in 2008. Okay, and where the main place of the librarian was to sit, and they were all book racks, all in one row. There was no place for children to sit over there. So what I had in my mind, I had to change the whole layout of the section. But for that, we had to motivate the higher authorities that this is the step that we are taking. And this is the reason why we are taking. Okay, because if children are coming to the library, they need a very congenial place, very airy place, very comfortable place to sit where they can spend more and more time. And if the place is good, only then they are going to sit over there for some while. Okay, so that was the first step. We changed the whole layout of the children library. And then the next step was the activities so that the children could be involved, because public library is just not about books and issue return of books and keeping you understand, it's much more beyond. It's just a combination of a library and a community center where you have all such activities going on, so that we can attract children to the library, they could be connected to the books, and they have more knowledge beyond books with the actual activities that we are doing. So with the creation of that area, we had a nice corner where children could sit and they could do a lot of things. So next step was, I had in mind that why not introduce some workshops for children. So for that also, I had to make a plan. What are the positive effects if we have workshops? What amount of budget do we need? How do we carry out the whole thing? Because if we are doing workshops, librarians, we are called as jack of all trades, master of none. Okay, so we have to be involved in all little things. We need to have a knowledge of all little things, because we cannot master in all the subjects, right? We have to provide further support for that. So when I started that, so we needed a lot of resource persons who were expert in their field, like craft activities for children, personality development for children, drama for children. So how did it all happen at that time? The authorities, they weren't allowing budget to pay to those resource persons. So what I did, I just contacted all my inner circle, my friends who were experts in this, some school teachers were involved. And initially for 1 year, what we did not pay them anything, any honorarium or anything for that sort. So that was all my inner friend circle. But when the workshop started working well, we were allotted grant from the government to pay to the resource persons at that time. I mean, the authorities or the government in our case, because the Central State Library, Chandigarh, is a public library, but it's a government public library. Okay. So we had to motivate them that how well the children are doing. We are having more membership of children because of the workshops that we are doing, and the readership is increasing. So this way the authorities, they were motivated that yes, something positive is being done and we can see the results. Okay. Report writing, as Reshma already told in her talk, is very important. You have to make note. Like month wise, we used to see how much membership is increasing, how much more books are being issued for that matter. So this goes in a whole chain. And if children were interested, the parents used to come. The parents used to come, the grandparents used to come. So that way the library membership and the whole, you can say, the presence of people, it got increased because of that. Okay. And what I said initially, that you have to market yourself, is that you always have to keep motivating the authorities. You need to have a say. You have to note down, you have to always report down what you're planning. Any idea comes to your mind, just write it down, so that the next time when you're going to meet the authorities or your immediate seniors, you have to have a plan with yourself. Okay. So going ahead, what else do we do? I'm not sure whether the students have heard about this term, library advocacy. So this is all a part of that actually. Library advocacy is you being your own advocate. You let your work say about you. Okay. So the thing is that why would the authorities listen to you? You must do something yourself. You have to prove yourself so that the library authorities listen to you. You must do something different, something out of the box. Only you need to be very creative and innovative always, so that you need to make your own importance for that. So another thing I would like to share, that what we started later was that to involve or to bring people to the public libraries, people must know that such and such library exists and what all the services it's providing. Okay, we give it in the newspapers, on and off we do programs, but how to connect with the public? So one unique thing also we started a few years back was that the library started putting stalls in the carnivals and other festivals of the administration in Chandigarh. Okay, we had a stall. We used to keep a few books for different kind of users over there, and we started having activities over there and offering membership on our stall that we put. So a lot of people knew. Chandigarh was built in the year 1955. It's a new city, it's not a very old city. And the library was built in that year as well. But there's still population of people who doesn't know the existence of the library, the importance of a public library. Because if you're going to a school or you're going to a college or university, by default you are introduced to the library world over there. But what about public libraries? Unless you don't go yourself or your parents don't take you as children, you will not know about that. So there lies your role to make your presence felt. Okay, so when we started putting all these stalls, the VIPs, the MLAs, the top bureaucrats, they used to come for inauguration of all these festivals. Okay, and at that was the point of time they got introduced to what this library is doing. It's doing such amazing things. So they got involved in the library process. And whenever we used to have functions, like our library does an annual function every day. Throughout the year, we do competitions for children, for elder students, for housewives. And this is the point of time that we do this prize distribution function or the annual function of the library. So we used to invite those people. Okay, the ministers here, the other bureaucrats, the top bureaucrats over there. So their presence also came into the library. So once you have these high up people in the library, the things get eased up. It is very easy to motivate them. So when they come to the library, you show them around the library. You show them all the sections of the library. What all new initiatives you have started. Okay, so this is just a chain. Like we went to that carnival, we put a stall, those people visited that stall and they were impressed. And when it was our function, we invited them. They came to the library. Okay, so from that carnival or festival, they came to the library and they saw exactly what was happening in that library. Because the visual thing what you see is very important. You might go to the offices, explain things, okay, and it might not get in their mind what's happening, what exactly they are doing, are they doing anything, or it's just what happens in a library, it's just issue and return of books. So that is the impression what they have. But they, when they actually come to your library, they visit your library, they see what all you are doing at your library. So their entry in your library is very important to motivate them. Okay. And the other thing I want to talk to you is you always have to be connected with your users. Only then your library will prosper or function. You are nothing without your users. So that relation which you have with your users is very important, and that is also a part of the advocacy. Because if a member is coming to your library and you are giving very good service to the library, that person is going to talk at 10 other places that so and so library is doing a great job. The librarian is so good. She is always ready to answer to your needs or your queries. So you always must have that smiling face, always a welcome look, and you need to be very good with your users, that you are there for them. They must always have this feeling that you are there with your plan. Okay, just I told you everything works in a cycle. You would say, why is this required? Why is this required dealing with the authorities? So it is not direct, but an indirect way. Because you are in a public library, everybody and anybody can come there. Maybe the child that you have helped is the son of some higher authority, indirectly is related. So when that child will go back, that ma'am or Reshma ma'am or Neera ma'am, she was so good. She always helps us. So that impression is going to take you a long way. Okay, so the whole thing works in a cycle. Each and every step or effort that you do goes a long, long way. Recently in IFLA elections, Tonia Arahova, she is the new president elect. Okay, and you would believe it that the Prime Minister of Greece, he endorsed her to for the presidentship. So how regularly this has happened? I mean, we were so surprised in India because here we always have to motivate the authorities that we want this, we want budget, we want this. And even if he have been selected in a standing committee or IFLA, how much is the prime minister or maybe the chief minister of the state interested in this? But the prime minister of a country endorsing a librarian for the candidacy of a president is really a great thing. I think that we should have that benchmark in our mind, and we should just work towards that to create the importance of the librarian, that we are something, we have to do something, and we can change the world for you. Okay, talking about the sustainable development goals, even that 2020, I'm sure you must be a little aware. UN has these 2030 agenda, that is the sustainable development goals for the world, in which there are 17 different goals for the prosperous nation as a world as a whole. So they have literally given benchmarks for various organizations of different countries of the world that you have to achieve all that. All right. But libraries here, I'm talking about India, they are not even marked in that list, that is an organization which can work on that. But if you see that goals individually, all come in the preview of the library. We can do anything. Like if education is one goal, how big role education has to play. So IFLA has also marked down all these 17 goals and what libraries can do for that each goal has been given by IFLA. So this is the at world level what is happening, the advocacy that we need to do, and we always have to show our own importance that we really have to do. So libraries always have to come at the forefront. This has always been that we always have to struggle and we have to show the importance that librarians are something. So I will just stop here now and I would love to take questions specifically if anyone has.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. I want to thank you, ma'am, as being elected as a IFLA member. Am I right? I've heard that you have been elected as a IFLA member.
Yes, standing committee member. I'm elected in standing committee member of IFLA Metropolitan Library section. Yes,
Okay.
please.
Okay, we are all of our colleagues want to give you a big congratulations to being elected as a standing committee member of IFLA, and your long experience in the field of in the library field and your valuable suggestions today gives that there are some key points that I have noted that market yourself to motivate authority is uh, quite interesting point to us, and reporting to authority and your story about your college library and 3 generations facility in library motivate us to that we would also have to be change ourselves in the field of library as a being staff or librarian, and motivate authority is key points. And finally, I conclude that librarians should have to change the old phrase, jack of all trades to jack of all trades, master of none, to master of all trades, master of library rather than all trades, to jack of none, master of library, jack of none. So thank you for your valuable suggestions and your experience sharing with us in stock program. After then, I would like to request my colleagues, if you have any questions, please you can ask here.
Yeah, Dr. Neeza, hi, myself Leela. I have reached an email to you, and it's very nice meeting you in this platform for my student and for myself as well, for colleagues. It's very insightful as I am hearing to you. In my mind, the pictures that you are moving around the children and all those, it's imaginary how you speak. It's really motivating. My rather than a questions, it's my you generate an interest on me, though I'm already thinking on how to work in children library field. This is the most the weakest part in my country and in the around in my curriculum as well. We teach very less in regards to children library, and we were thinking how could we work on it. Whenever we talk about the reading habits, cultivating a reading habit, we instantly think about the need of children library. So uh, will it be possible someday having you as a specialist, as an expert, like inviting other school authorities and then those who work in the field of children, that we have a special session on the children library and
Yes, I would
how
love
it's
to
important.
actually. I am already giving this. I'm a resource person for Kendriya Vidyalaya group of schools here. So I
Mm-hmm.
regularly do
Mm-hmm.
training sessions for school librarians.
Mm-hmm.
Because in my talk, I just touched upon just a few examples, but
Yes.
there's so much beyond it. There are just
Yes.
endless
Correct.
stories and endless things that you can do for children. So one thing is just coming to my mind that I missed out, and it's very important, is that we invite school and college students to our library for a visit, for an orientation. So that is the way, is also a way where they get connected to our library. So these small ways and the kind of workshops that we do, we create bookmaking workshops and so much, and we have created book works of children in our library that we have placed, self-made storybooks of children. So this also motivates them. So, and there are a lot of things, the class libraries and other concepts, and the literature part, in fact, in itself, how can we motivate children to read, and what are the various genres of books which are available for children? Because I've also done this specialized course for children literature from Bookworm Goa. That also I did on a scholarship. So the whole course was all about inculcating reading habit among children and what kind of literature they can be introduced to, and all such activities that we can do. I personally do a lot of activities with children.
Yeah.
Yes, so
um,
anytime, welcome.
Yes, yes, we can manage it. And another query that I'd like to know that, like when in 2009, I think I have seen a public library of Frankfurt, Germany, where the section the children's section there, I saw the many playing equipments for the children as well. As we know, the children are not focused always to see the books and all those. And how this kind of things are managed inside the library?
That's what I told you. Things go side by side. What you are talking about is toys or that activity area. The new term for that is makerspace. So that's called makerspace. That you keep blocks in the library, you keep games in the library. You see, just I told you that public library is just not about books. It's for the development of the individual as such. It's kind of a community hub, an activity hub for people. Books are a part of public libraries, but that's not the whole thing. It works as a community center. Now you're just talking about this activity area or toys and games. We also have it in our library, but it's not limited to that. You see libraries abroad. I've visited in UK, I've been to US, and I've seen public libraries there. They have a music equipment borrowing section over there. You have guitars, you have pianos, you have records. Even those things can be borrowed from a public library. So you see the preview, we can just go beyond anything. There is no limit to what public libraries offer, what public libraries you can lend you, or anything for that matter. So I feel very fortunate to be in a public library because we can do anything. We can cater to the demand of the society at large. And not even that, we are also doing outreach programs. Like I go to the slums and I do storytelling sessions there. And I've also adopted a Buddhist monastery here. It's in a village of Chandigarh. So regularly go there and conduct activities for children. Because if people are not coming to you, you have to go to the people. So that's another concept.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's a really in some other day. I would like to have your time for such programs.
Sure, ma'am. Anytime. Most welcome.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, Kishore, you can proceed and up to.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Neeza ma'am. I think we should have to arrange a long duration meeting or webinar to listen from Neeza ma'am. We are going at the last question and answer session, but there are not any questions. So I would like to request to our Sarita Gautam ma'am to have some words from our side. We are already being late, so please conclude in just few minutes. After then, I would like to listen some words from Parvati Pandra ma'am. Sarita ma'am, please.
Thank you, Kishan. Thank you very much. Good morning, all of you. It's me, Sarita Gautam. So I'm very pleased to be a part of this program. Especially, I want to thanks to the students of second semester and Leela ma'am for organizing and connecting us in such an experience sharing program, which must be an essential while dealing with authorities in the real work environment. So especially we are very grateful to be here, Reshma Dangol ma'am and the Neeza Singh ma'am for their valuable remarks and the giving the meaningful words for us and managing their time as a resource person in this program. We are very honored to the Dr. Singh for sharing her experience and knowledge simply and clearly with us, which are very encouraging to all of us. And a few students miss this opportunity, so sorry for that. And we hope for the continuity and such a programs with the cooperation for all of us in the coming futures too. And thank you all, and thank you very much. We have the few times, so I want to end my words in the beginning. Thank you, Kishore.
Welcome, ma'am. I would like to request Parvati Pandra ma'am.
Thank you, Kishore. I am thanks to him organize this first type of program and this second semester students and all of my colleagues. Thanks to experience sharing and valuable knowledge sharing to Dr. Neeza Singh ma'am and Reshma Dangol ma'am. This is a very, very valuable such type of knowledge sharing. Neeza Singh ma'am have their school library experience and college library experience and other public library experience, which is very valuable, very worthy work in library field. So we have this organizing, this such type of organizing is very Leela ma'am, which is conduct Leela ma'am. All up we get such type of knowledge. So thank you, Neeza ma'am and Kishore and Reshma ma'am and Neera ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Finally, we are at the end of this webinar. At last, I wish to extend my deep appreciation to our department and respected teachers for encouraging us to fly beyond the sky. Especially Dr. Leela Naichai ma'am, we encourage us to have a program, weekly such kind of program. This made us to fly beyond the sky. I want to particularly thank to Reshma Dangol ma'am for her wonderful presentation. I am also grateful to Dr. Neeza Singh ma'am, who made this webinar international by participating from India and sharing her valuable suggestion or experience with us.
My
Finally,
pleasure.
I would
Thank you.
like to express appreciation for the invaluable support provided by my colleagues in the preparation of the meeting. I want to hand over to our HOD, Neera Manandar ma'am, to thanks all the participants and to end this webinar. Please, ma'am. And I
Thank
want
you,
to say
Kishore.
goodbye and namaskar.
A very good morning to all. Namaste. First of all, I want to say thanks to presenter of today's program, Dr. Neeza Singh. Ma'am, we are really honored to have you with us. Please accept
My
our
pleasure.
gratitude.
My pleasure.
Your presentation was so thought-provoking. It was truly inspiring. Your experience in various libraries has made us spellbound. I'm sure your valuable suggestion for such library advocacy is going to be very helpful for our students to get established in library profession. We are thankful for such an inspiring speech. We also expect your help in future for such motivational speech.
Sure.
I would also like to thank another presenter, Mrs. Reshma Dangol. Thank you, Reshma, for your sharing, for
Niradi.
your
Thank you.
experience sharing with us, the steps you have explained and tips you have suggested for convincing authorities are going to be very helpful for our students for dealing with authorities when they will have opportunity to work in coming days. Thank you for introducing with us with Neeza ma'am.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank
Reshma.
you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Neeza, for like it is very short notice. We have been connected and like you have accepted our invitation. It's a very great place, like grateful for Nepalese librarians, Neeza. Like we have many further plans for you
You're
in my
most
mind of
welcome.
it,
Most
and
welcome.
so like in the very
And
short
then,
notice,
mhm.
Dr. Neeza, she accepted Sarita Niradi. Like she is very good and like very motivating for us, and she has many ideas to promote the library and librarians. So we will be getting more help and more support. We will be expecting from you, Dr. Neeza. Thank you
Sure,
so
sure,
much.
anytime.
Okay, thank you, Reshma. And then I want to thank organizer of today's program, all the students of second semester. You have conducted the program very well. You have done a good job. It gives me immense pleasure when our students get involved in such wonderful activities. I want to thank our faculty, Dr. Rila Nyeche, for encouraging our students for such nice and interesting program. Lastly, I can't leave without giving thanks to our other faculty members, Mrs. Parvati Pandey and Mrs. Sarita Gautam for their support in department activities. Thank you everyone and have a nice day. Namaste.
Okay, thank you all.
Thank you, Neera
This
ma'am.
is
Once again,
meeting.
thank you, Dr. Leela, for the invitation.
Thank you, Lila
Uh,
ma'am. Thank you
and
so much,
Reshma
Lila.
for connecting. Thank you so much.
Yeah, we get a lot of ideas and we will be in connection in coming days as well. Thank you. See you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.